Alright, B's and G's, welcome back to the drive-through. And now in 2-3 of Algebra 1. Sitting down for this recording because I'm just doing it all from the computer screen. So here we go. For each representation of the function, decide whether it's linear, exponential, or neither. Give at least 2 reasons for your answer. We will give 2 reasons, but we will not always give 2 reasons, okay? So just forget about it, book. This is linear. Okay? Why is it linear? The graph is a line. I don't know what else to say. I'm not giving 2 reasons for this one. Okay. Next one. Okay, now look, from 64 to 32, we have lost 32 players in the tournament. From 32 to 16, we've lost 16 players. From 16 to 8, we've lost 8, and from 8 to 4, we've lost 4. So this is not linear. It's it's not a constant difference. Okay? Notice, how did we get from 64 to 32? Well, we divided by 2, or we multiplied by a half, excuse me. And how did we get from 32 to 16? We multiplied by a half. So that makes this exponential. There is not a constant difference, and there is a constant ratio. All right, moving on. All right, y equals 4x. Well, would you consider that to be any different than y equals 4x plus 0? No, we're allowed to add 0 to whatever we want. It doesn't change the value of it. Okay? Well, notice that is y equals mx plus b, which is the most famous equation for a line. So, this is definitely linear. Slope is 4. Intercept is 0. The function is decreasing at a constant rate. At a constant rate. I don't know how they would expect you to give 2 pieces of support here. Linear. Constant rate is slope. Slope. Things with slope, lines have slope. There you go. How's that? All right. Notice. Over 1, up 1.5. Over 3, up 1. Over 5, up 1. So our steps are changing. So that doesn't have a slope. So this is exponential growth. And the reason why is, oh man, due to the shape, and it is certainly not linear. Okay? A person's height as a function of a person's age from 1 to 100. Well, let's think about what your height graph looks like. You grow pretty quickly when you're a kid. Then you might stop growing. Skirt, skirt. We're not shrinking yet. And then you might stop growing, and then you might grow a little bit more, and then not grow as much, and then grow a little bit more, and not grow as much, and then grow a little bit more. And then you'll stay the same for a really long time, and then you'll get old, and you'll start to get shorter. So this would be neither. Neither. And my reason would be, if growth were linear or exponential, we would never stop growing. Makes sense, I hope. All right, so negative 3x equals 4y plus 7. Well, this probably confuses you. We want it to be y equals, typically. So let's subtract 7, and we'll get negative 3x, writing with my mouse right now. Shout out to Mr. Datillo and Mr. Kineski, mousemanship experts. All right, so 3x minus 7 equals 4y. Okay. Well, we don't want y equals. We don't want 4y equals. We want y equals. So let's divide everything by 4. Well, 4 divided by 4 is just 1, and 1y is the same thing as just y. So we get y. I need to be standing up. Now I'm just being lazy, but you've been there. You get y equals negative 3/4 x minus 7/4. Oh, that's y equals mx plus b. Negative mx minus b, but that makes it linear. Y equals mx plus b in disguise. All right, notice, each time we're going up by 2, but every time we go up by 2, we drop by 18. Up by 2, drop by 18. Up by 2, drop by 18. Up by 2, drop by 18. So you can see, this is linear. Constant decrease. 9 per unit. So the slope would be negative 9. All right. We're going to skip number 12. I didn't like this one, and I am in charge, and this is America. All right. Y equals 7x squared. That means we start at 7x squared. This would be exponential. No, I'm sorry, this would not be exponential. This would be neither. This would be quadratic, and we haven't got into that yet. But let's just remind ourselves, what is the general linear equation? It would be y equals mx plus b. Whoops. And exponential well, that would be y equals, let's say, k times n to the x, where k is where you begin and n is the number that is being multiplied by each time. X and y are your intercepts. Okay? Each point on the graph is exactly 1/3 of the previous point. So, what does that mean? Well, I think it means, if we just look at a graph here, let's say like we started out at 27 somewhere. Well, the next one would be 1/3 of that, which would be 9. Well, the next one would be 1/3 of that, which would be 3. And the next one would be 1/3 of that, which would be 1. And so you can see this is not linear. This is exponential. Okay? Exponential for number 14. I'm skipping on just to give you guys... Okay, going to have to go to the board for this one. Let's just turn it into a table so I can understand it better. Let's get my pen on. So 1 was 7. 2, does that say 7? Okay, now f of n, so 3 would be the sum of f of n minus 1, f of 2, 7, plus f of 1, 7, so 14. So, let's see, 4 would be 14 plus 7, 21. So you can see this is not linear. This would be neither. It goes 7, 7, 14, 21. The next one would be 21 plus 14, which would be 35. Doesn't have a slope. Okay, notice this one, it's 2/3 times the previous term. It starts at 1. To find your next term, take the previous term and multiply it by 2/3. So this will be 4/9 and 8/27, and this is exponential. That's the definition of exponential written in recursive form. Moving on, you guys are doing great. Come to me when you have questions. If you have anything from your homework or your assignment or your practice that you need help with, let me know and I'll make some videos of it. Boom!